Hi, welcome to a Roboflow training movie. In this training movie, I will discuss special character encoding. Special character encoding, for instance, for non-standard, non-English characters. When sending out email, this might cause for invalid text in your mail. Let me give you a little example. I have a hot collection workflow that processes a bunch of records and outputs the name to a mail. And so it is just picking up the record name and it is sending this to a specific person, me in this case. So I just do a start. And if we do a show log, you can see that it processes the files, and one of those files has non-English characters in it. So it has sent this email to me, so it should be coming in a second. In the current version, even if you send this as HTML, the problem is not solved by just specifying here UTF-8. The reason for it is that internally Java, Roboflow, needs to be forced to write the text in a special or in a certain encoding. Out of the box, it just takes the encoding of what it is running in, and that causes it to fail. So I had to make a modification to Roboflow. So what I am about to show you, but I'm first going to show you the one that went wrong. So this is the one that was just sent. And what are you seeing? You see that here these characters are failing. Now, if I send it from the other workflow, from this workflow where I'm using HTML encoding, which is the standard proper way of doing it, because then you can format everything, etc. If you specify in the header char set equals something, and in this case I chose UTF-8 because UTF-8 supports those special characters, then it is Roboflow is going to look for that specific tag in your message, and if it finds it, it's going to pick up and it's going to force the mail sending engine of Java to use that same encoding. And so if I now launch this workflow, start, and you do a show log, you will see that it still has processed the files, and there is never a problem showing these special characters here because internally Java is running in UTF-16 and is able to work with all these characters. But now there's a special entry which wasn't in the previous run that says mail mime set from body, the body text, to char set equals this, and so it recognized it inside your body text, and it says, okay, if you're requesting me to put this in this encoding, then I will force it will force Roboflow to send that in that particular encoding. And so if I look, and this was the wrong, and now I'm looking at this guy, and now you can see that it has the proper encoding. It has also more spacing because it's HTML, etc., etc. But this is how it has enables you to have special characters in your mail text, which of course is the purpose of this exercise. There is one thing that you need to check, and this is only available since a certain release, and you can check if you find in this version information if you find this entry, mail mime setting fixed, and if you find this entry in the logging of the version of Roboflow, then you know that this problem will be fixed in your and available in your version. So thank you for joining this training movie. I'm forgetting one thing. There is another thing. You can also force it and then not having to specify it in the mail body by you can set add to your wrapper conf file, which is in the conf folder of Roboflow. You can set this additional parameter mail.mime.charset equals UTF-8, and if you do that, it will also properly output your text in UTF-8. It is important, of course, that in that case, either in your HTML, you don't have that char set equals something else, or it can also be equals UTF-8, and then, or if it's a plain text mail without HTML, it will by default also use this character setting. So that's another way of forcing it. Then you don't have to specify it in the mail body. Okay, so thank you for joining this training movie, and hope to see you in another one.